Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Melanie with Light Beam as Treasure. And today what is today? Saturday, January 29th, 2022. So I started doing videos outside of the world of reselling, and I want to bring to you a new chapter of videos. As you know, I sell books. I sell a ton of books. In fact, we used to have weekly book sales, but instead we decided to incorporate our book sales with our death pile clearance. So what that means is I have an overabundance of books. And what I'm going to do is, because I think this will be a fun thing, great thing for content, and maybe it'll bring a little laugh, because our motto is come for the laugh, stay for the deals. So what am I going to do is I am going to present to you 5 books today. Very simple, because I want to keep these videos very short. I don't want these to be long. Each of these books are for sale. They're only $1 each if you are interested. But I just picked 5 random books. They have nothing to do with each other, no relationship to content or anything like that. And I wanted to play the challenge, which is the 30-page challenge, page 30 challenge. There's a TikTok challenge going on that says if you open up a book to page 30, whatever the first sentence is the story of your love life. If that was the case, oof, I got a horrible love life. But some of these books, when I go to page 30 and read beyond the first sentence, sometimes it's complete gibberish because you don't know the contents of the book, or it's hilarious. So I've got 5 books here, and like I said, I just grabbed 5 books. I wasn't specifically looking for any type of book. I grabbed 5 books off the shelf. I think I'm going to do this often because it'll be a fun thing to do, and maybe I might change the pages. But if anybody is interested in any of these books, they are for sale. They are $1 each, and let's get to it. So the first one right here is The Dark Canyon. The Dark Canyon, which is a Sheriff Cliff leasing mystery. And yes, if I pronounce anything wrong, I am a rambling idiot sometimes. So you can laugh at me if like that girl doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. But anyway, this is The Dark Canyon. It's by Micah S. Hackler, the author of Coyote Returns and The Shadow Catcher. In the rugged land steeped in blood of history, a killer has come back for revenge. So I've already marked off page 30. Let's see what page 30 is the answer to the universe with this. So, Badger, a deception within a deception. He was Pueblo, yes. Tiwa Pueblo, but not Keros. He knew there were reasons he couldn't use his name. Still, why not Miguel or Esteban? They were common enough names among the Pueblo people, but the leaders of the moiety had given him a name. It would be for a short time only, while he was in Albuquerque until his business was finished. He wondered why he'd been the chosen one. He knew the society was so small. Among the 19 pueblos, there were only 40 members, but he was in his mid-40s. There had been many younger than him who could have taken care of this business, though he wasn't positive. Even though he had belonged to the society for 12 years, he had only met a handful of the others face to face. Unlike the shaman and the kosher societies that perform their duties in public, the moiety was secret and sacred. Most of their Pueblo brethren didn't even know they existed. It was just as well. Okay, so this is a nice little native inspired book. That was The Dark Canyon, Micah S. Hackler. $1 paperback if anybody's interested. This one is Immaunuel Velikovsky, Earth in Upheaval, the astounding theory of extraterrestrial forces that radically reconstruct the Earth's history. Paperback book. Let's see what this lovely paperback book says on page 30. No lesser physical event could have been brought about in this wholesale destruction, not only in the Americas, but in the entire world. And such an event being beyond consideration, Darwin did not know the answer. It could hardly have been a change of temperature, which at about the same time destroyed the inhabitants of tropical, temperate, and Arctic latitudes on both sides of the globe. Certainly, it could not have been the man in the role of the destroyer. And were he to attack all the large animals, would he also be the cause of extinction? Of the many fossil mice and other small quadrupeds, Darwin asked, no one will imagine that a drought could destroy every individual of every species from southern Patagonia to Bering Straits. What shall we say of the extinction of the horse? Did those plains fail to pasture, which have been overrun by thousands and hundreds of thousands of descendants of the stock introduced by the Spaniards? Darwin concluded, certainly, no fact in the long history of the world is so startling as the wide and repeated exterminations of its inhabitants. Out of Darwin's embarrassment grew the idea that the extinction of species as a prelude to natural selection. So, if you like those thought provoking Earth upheaval, an astonishing theory of extraterrestrial, Immanuel Velikovsky. That one is $1 if you're interested. If anybody's interested, just put it in the comment section, and the book is yours. I will send out an invoice. Okay, we've got Eats, Shoots, and Leaves by Lynne Truss. The Zero Tolerance Approach to Punctuation. We've got, oh, this one should be funny. Let's see. There is one final thing holding us back then. It is that every man is his own stickler. And while I'm very much in favor of forming an army of well informed punctuation vigilantes, I can foresee problems getting everyone to pull in the same direction. There will be those, for example, who insist that the Oxford comma in its abomination, the second comma in ham, eggs, and chips, whereas others are unmoved by the Oxford comma, but incensed by the trend towards the under hyphenation, which the Oxford comma people have quite possibly never even noticed. Yes, as Evelyn Waugh wrote, everyone has always regarded any usage of his own as either barbarous or pandemic. Or, as Kingsley Amis put in his delicate book, The King's English, the world of grammar is divided into Burkes and Wankers. Burkes being those who are outrageously slipshod about language, and Wankers, those are, in our view, abhorrently over-precise. Left to the Burkes, the English language would die of impunity, like late Latin. Left to the Wankers, it would die instead of purity, like medieval Latin. Then, of course, a drawback is implicit. When you by nature subscribe to the view that everyone except for yourself is a Burke or a Wanker, it's hard to bond with anybody in rational common sense. So, are you a Burke or you're a Wanker? I don't know. Maybe I'm fond of Wankers. Eat, shoots, and leaves. Lynne Truss. What do you think? Is this fun? Is this stupid? I don't know. This is just random gibberish that I wanted to introduce you this morning because I am going to be working, packing, sorting, sending out invoices. I needed a laugh. So, what better way to laugh than just randomly open up to page 30 and start reading? This one is Robert Schuller, The Be Happy Attitudes 8 Positive Attitudes That Can Transform Your Life. I need a transformation. So, let's see. Page 30. What does this say? Then I felt a silence, and this silence was so loud that it was godly. The silence was, in my opinion, conscious, and that conscious was the voice of the Lord that says, Tony, you need to take care of yourself. In my heart, I was saying, I've got to recuperate. I've got to reconstruct. So I said to everyone, I quit. Actually, without realizing it, I really meant, I've got to begin again. The media, of course, dramatized my leaving and embellished my words to make it sound as though I was saying I quit show business. In retrospect, however, I can only honestly say I didn't really quit. I just stopped for a moment. And Tony referred to the possibility thinker's creed. When faced with a mountain, I will not quit. I will keep on striving until I climb over. Find a pass through, a tunnel underneath, or simply stay and turn the mountain into a gold mine with God's help. He said, I quit when Christ wasn't in my life, but I came back to this glorious life and this glorious business with the attitude that there's no way I can quit when I say, I am sorry I have offended you, Lord. Oh, Lord, I wasn't afraid of yours then, and I didn't know you loved me as much as you do. I was wrong. Never again will I quit. I will keep on striving until I find a path through, a tunnel underneath, or simply stay and turn that mountain into gold. Robert Schuller, The Be Happy Attitudes, 8 positive attitudes that can transform your life. And my final book for today, and like I said, all these books are $1. I think this is a great book. This one is Stories for a Teen's Heart. Over 100 stories to encourage a teen soul, compiled by Alice Gray. So this is your inspirational stories for your teenagers. And what do we have on page 30? September 1971. I am 4 months pregnant and I'm feeling better. I can tell you are growing, and I hope you are well and comfortable. I have been taking vitamins and eating healthy foods. Thank goodness my morning sickness is gone. I think about you all the time. October 1971. Oh, these melancholy moods. I cry so often over so little. Sometimes I feel very alone, and then I remember you are growing inside of me. I feel you stirring, now tumbling. You're turning and pushing. It's never the same. Your movements always bring me joy. November 1971. I am feeling much better now that my fatigue and nausea has passed. The intense heat of summer is over. The weather is lovely, crisp, and breezy. I feel your movements often now, constantly punching and kicking. What elation to know that you are alive and well. Last week, Daddy and I heard your strong heartbeat in the doctor's office. Stories for a teen heart. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my little short little excerpt of complete gibberish. I think I'll do this often. Why not just open up a page and start reading? If anybody's interested, those books are for sale, as I have plenty of other books as well. And I hope I brought some laughter this morning. Until next time, this is Melanie with Lightbeam's Treasures. Take care and have a great day.